Magnifico. That's the first word I want to start this bad boy off with. I just got finished cutting grass, and as I was cutting grass, I was listening to Gemini Brown and Dr. Honeytrap from the UK. So I want to give a big shout out first to my sequence of events partners, astrologers. Dr. Honeypot. I was looking at. I started off with Gemini Brown, looking at his Venus Through the Houses series, and I was like, "When you gonna make this Venus and Gemini thing, right? I mean, Venus in the 10th." And then at the end of the video, he referenced Honeytrap, Dr. Honeytrap, right? And so I went to her channel, and I was already subscribed, but I had never been back to her site, and so I started watching like tons of videos that she was talking about, which I was like, let me see why I subscribed and see. Oh, so I was like, oh, she's got some Pluto stuff on here. She's got some Venus stuff on here. Let me like look at this and see like how she's saying it versus how Gemini is saying it, and then how I look at it. I've been doing astrology for 17 years now, right? Studying the same chart, mine. And I'm always telling people about if you going into a relationship and you ain't looking at the chart, that's just dumb money. You know what I'm saying? You just giving it. You just giving it away to you just giving your energy away, right? So I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the grass, and I'm gonna put the headphones in, and I'm gonna listen while I'm cutting, because that's when I really start putting things together, because I'm very my Virgo rising. I want the grass cut a certain way, so I had the hedge clippers, I had the weed eater, I had the lawnmower. I'm cutting, and I'm listening to astrology at the same time, right? Honeytrap says she had all this thing that she was talking about Geminis, right? So she's a Gemini rising, she's an Aries Gemini rising, but she had all these things to talk about Geminis, and I have Mars and Venus in Gemini, and Gemini Brown is talking about the love aspect. So Venus rules two planets. Not two planets, but Venus is one planet that rules two signs. It rules Taurus first, and then it rules Libra. And so when I started listening, everybody, him and Honeytrap, were doing breakdowns from the Libra perspective more than they were the Taurus perspective, right? So I'm like relationship science and desiring to be in a relationship, looking, interviewing, vetting. Gotta vet people when you want to be in a relationship, especially if you're an astrologer, right? And I was thinking about, so I said, hey, there was a potential person, who I was like, who I'm doing a vet on, and I was like, oh, let me go look at their chart and pull up their Venus, and let me see what Gemini Brown and Honeytrap have to say about, this person's Venus, and things started to trigger. You know me. So somebody asked me, they said, how in the world did you come up with a subject every day to talk about? Because it's a stream. Like Kanye West, I got a free mind. What up, Vicky? And please share this video. How many times do you have to prove that you love somebody? Woo! So my thought process was this. How many times do you have to prove you love somebody? If you know yourself and you come to someone honestly and have a genuine love for them, then guess what? And you show it to them and you prove it to them, then don't fall for the game of having to come back and prove it to somebody again later that you love them. Prove that you love somebody in the beginning. If the person says, this is the task, this is the time limit, these are the things that need to occur, then whatever they say, they have the right to do that. Like me, I have Venus in Gemini, so I fall in love quick. Don't take me that long, right? And it takes me a little longer to get out. But if somebody, because that's your chart. If you say, yo, these are the qualifications that I want, that shows me that you prove that you love me, and then you go through those things, then I'm not going to sit here and be like, something happened, and then I'm going to start second guessing do you love me? You need to prove that to me again. That's some bullshit. Let me be really, really clear. That's some bullshit. So, it's bullshit on two places though. It'll be bullshit on me first if I say ABC is what I want to see in order for you to prove that you love me. And then after they do ABC, and then we get into a relationship, and then they do something else, I forget about the ABC that they did. And now I'm trying to be like, oh, I should have got you to do DEF, or what, or I need you to do ABC again to show me. Man, that's bullshit on me. It's bullshit on them if they go for it. If they go for it, please press 2 if you share this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're watching this on YouTube, guess what you can do? Bam, you can subscribe, comment, but you can go ahead and ship this bad boy out to your page too. That's right. So it'll be bullshit on them if I put some standards down to say, prove that you love me. They prove that they love me, and then something happens 6 months, a year, 6 years down the road, and then they come around talk about, and I come back around and say, hey, I want you to prove again that you love me, and then they go for it. That's some bullshit on them, because I ain't going for it. If I ever prove to you that I love you, first off, I already know if I came to you and I told you I loved you, then I'm willing to prove it. But if I proved it to you, and then you say, man, this joker right here, he really, really, really loves me. And he has proven that he loves me. And then we hook up, start forming a relationship, form a relationship, walk in a relationship, and then whatever may happen, because things happen in relationships, right? And if they come back to me and be like, oh, you need to prove, I don't know, maybe you need to prove to me that you love me again. One time, player. One time. I'm going to prove to you that I love you one time. Now, I may leave and still love you. Cat like me, I got that kind of ability. That's Venus and Gemini. I can prove to you that I love you with some heavy, heavy Taurus love, with some heavy, heavy Jupiter and Libra love. But when the bullshit come, I can bounce and still love you. See, that's the problem. Some people, you be bouncing and taking your love with you. If I prove to you that I love you, guess what? You can still keep the love that I gave you. I did prove that I loved you, and I'm probably always love you, but I ain't got to stay here. See, love is a verb, and it means I can move my feet whenever I want to. Some of y'all really need to think about this. I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. What up, Brandon? I see you. I see Decatur where it's greater. I feel you. I'm in Cascade where they got tight fades. We don't have none of that rhymes like with Cascade like that. Yeah, but I'm only going to prove to you one time, because that's who I am. Because in my astrological chart, really, the number one thing you can do to prove to somebody is learn your damn astrological chart. And then write them a letter and say, this is how I love. And that's what I hadn't done. I hadn't wrote a person that I love or I want to be in a relationship with. I never wrote them a letter and said, this is my position. This is my position. This is how I love. That's coming though. If it don't be today, it's going to be tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm going to send it out to 5 or 6 people who I love so they can have a choice. What up, fam? Thank y'all for coming in and catching the video. You only got to prove you love somebody one time, because it's the same thing. My feelings ain't going to, like, you may do something that piss me off or insult me or disrespect me, and then I bungee. If you feeling what I'm saying, man, go ahead and hit the heart button. Hit the like button if we on YouTube, or the subscribe button. You smell me? But I ain't getting ready to keep going back, proving over and over. You need to prove your... I gave you this action one time. My blood pressure didn't change. I mean, my blood type didn't change. Now my planets can move. Your planets do move. You have a progressed chart. But I ain't getting ready to come back on no every year and like, I profess my love, absolutely, daily. Prove my love is gonna be in my daily walk. But then, you know how when you get in a relationship, you ain't never gotten in a relationship with somebody and you had some phases that you wanted them to go through to prove that they loved you. Come on, Brandon. Come on now. Come on, Watissa. What up with you, Luz? Come on, Imato, Brina. Come on, y'all ain't never gotten in a relationship and you had to even prove that you love somebody before they got with you and took you. Right. Or you put some standards on somebody else and was like, yo, you need to do this. Or even if you didn't tell them, but you had it in your mind. It's always that mind game. That's why I said it's only gonna be once. Cause I ain't gonna jog around in your mind over and over and over. I'm not gonna be jogging around in your mind on your stuff. No, you get your own stuff together. I'm gonna make a lap and then let's walk together and let's grow together. If I'm making a commitment, that's a daily proof that I do love you. But for me to go back through with them things, ain't no way, yo. But that's why you got to look at your partner's Venus. It's so important that you look at your partner's Venus. You better make sure you got the right sign. The right rising sign, so you can put the Venus in the right house. You can find the Venus in the sign, but you need that bad boy in the right house too. Absolutely. What Lou say? I stopped doing that. No more mind games. Unconditional love, baby. That's it. That's it. But I can leave and still love you unconditionally. A lot of people think that if I leave or we're not together no more, I don't love you unconditionally. Hell no. I still love you. I just ain't putting up with that. I'm going over here because this is a better situation. I'm LeBron James in it, like you should. Yo, what's the contract for? Let's put it on paper. Let's dot it up. Free agency. Let's renegotiate. If the renegotiation don't work out and somebody else got a better offer, let's bounce. And that's best for the kids if you got kids too, because the kids will learn that. Then they will learn to renegotiate too. We done gave up everything about negotiating. Not me, players. Look, that's my piece today on this. How many times did you have to prove that you love somebody? One time. If that joker starts smoking crack, I don't need you to prove that you love me no more. I'm out. If you start being abusive to me or whatever, you've already done changed. I don't need you to keep proving it. No. What's our rule? Trust what you show me. They learn proper relationships from what you show them. Thank you, Latifah. Absolutely. Right. JJ. I came in peace and I'm gonna leave you in prayer. That's how we do. Coach Khayr, Team Tars, Atlanta, Georgia. If you like this, man, you should be sharing it. If it vibes with you, follow me on this channel, YouTube, wherever, and we're gonna get it popping. If you need to get a consultation, come over and check me at coachkastrology.info. If you need to see what programs I got coming up, my next one I think is going to be about financial and spiritual maturity. They do go together, right? Or it's going to be about relationships. This is going to be a course about relationship language. We're in the last leg of this Print Your Own Money course. Getting ready for this new moon to go in Taurus on the 15th. Uranus goes into Taurus on the 15th. If you need some information about some Bitcoin, holla at your boy. Also, what was the number one thing that you got from this video today? Tell me what was the one thing that you got from this video that you can go out and apply, or that applied to you right now, that you can go out there and be like, yo, I need to put that into action right now. Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, what you think this video was? Was it 1, don't ever do this again? Or was it somewhere near 10, 8, 9, 10, 7, 5, 5.5? Let me know what it was. 2.5 rolling papers. It's all good. You out there cutting your grass today like me, Team Taurus? You're in your element. Now I'm going to go get this wolf off my face. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazon, Gama Farragoon, Shalel Kaloon. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Instinje, Elaku. Anabakor, Gijalakiminka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Taharanu Nara, Nagibo, Deshe Yakadeka, Kabava Shaman, Barkantar, and Rakame, Tazika Taker, to meet Gamu, Kasim Kadosh Baru, Tufka, Nahela Taker, Nikid Gehel, Amchapanez, or Krea Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea, Dialamo, Burukshim, Kovumakuto, Nalam Vae. Word up. I see you, Jason, in the building. Salute. Jason, I'm going to be in Winston next week. Hit me on my inbox. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Whole week of my birthday triad area back to the 336. Yeah. Let's get some white crane on something. Brandon said they only need one time to show somebody that you love them, baby. That's right. Always been unconditional love, no matter what happens in life. Tell them, Brandy. One time. All right, fam. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.